I haven't. Is it good?
Oh man, it's good.
It's sad.
It's like that's they have, you know that. Exactly. So why are you asking? Well, Miss Burke hasn't seen it. What?
All right. On the laptop. And you can grab your phone. All right, ladies, gentlemen, simplify each sum or difference. I need the talking to stop. All right, parentheses. 5x cubed plus 7, parentheses, plus 13x cubed minus 2. All right. Now, this question comes up on the quiz, very similar to this. And I have a lot of kids often ask me, do I do double distribution here?
No.
Often ask. And I can remember being in middle school and getting confused with these, like, do I multiply, do I add, what am I doing? What would I need here in order to multiply?
Nothing.
A multiplication symbol, right? If it's addition, should I be doing double distribution? No. Now, think of it as distributing. Is there anything to distribute out here? Anything?
No.
Is there anything to distribute over here?
No. Oh,
The plus, but does the plus sign change anything? I'm combining like terms. So in your work, I'd like to see this. Just rewrite it the first time without the parentheses, and then combine your like terms. Write it without the parentheses, and then combine your like terms. All right. Why? Because when you distribute, you drop your parentheses. And since there's nothing to distribute, we drop the parentheses. And then you add. Remember, when you're adding like terms, you add the coefficients and the exponents stay the same. So what's 5x cubed plus 13x cubed?
18.
X cubed. 7 and negative 2?
It's positive.
And that's it. That's your answer. No, I have kids say, well, I can add 18 and 5. Can I add 18 and 5 together?
No.
They're not like terms. Good job. All right. Now what if I had something like this? Parentheses. 7w squared plus 4w plus 2 parentheses minus parentheses 2w squared minus 8w plus 9. All right. Is this a double distribute or triple? Is this a triple distribution problem?
Can't you distribute for each negative?
Okay. Do you see there's a minus sign?
Yeah.
So is this another combining like terms like this one?
No. Distribute the negative.
I have to distribute the negative first, but in the end, am I still combining like terms? Yes. Now, I often have kids say, well, after I distribute the negative, then do I multiply? No. What did I say? After you distribute, what do you do with your parentheses?
Combine like term.
Drop them and then combine like terms. So 7w squared plus 4w plus 2, parentheses dropped because there was nothing to distribute. Distribute your negative 1, negative 2w squared plus 8w plus 9 or minus 9? Plus 9 or minus 9? Minus 9. Drop the parentheses because I've distributed. Up here I had kids saying, well, I distribute the positive, doesn't that change? No. When you distribute a positive, does anything change? No. All right, 7w squared times negative 2w squared, or add like terms? Combine like terms, add like terms. What's 7w squared to negative 2w squared? 5w squared. 4w and 8w plus 12w squared, or just 12w?
Just 12w.
All right, and then negative or positive 2 and negative 9. And that there is your answer. Now, I will often have kids say, oh, do I factor? Do I do my x factor? If it did not say factor, then no, you're not factoring. And it didn't say factor here. Yes?
I don't get why you changed the symbols.
I'm not sure what.
Right there. When you drew the
Like
red line.
negative 8y. And then
Oh, because we're distributing the negative.
I think that's what he says.
These signs right here? Is it about this?
No.
Okay, then you're gonna hold on to that question. Yes. Shh. Okay. Explain, please. You said you're not sure about what symbols or signs.
Yeah, like when you took the minus sign. Yeah, right there. Right. Other one. Back.
Say the
Yes.
number.
No.
The negative sign in between the parentheses.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes?
So, and then you took that, you made that -2, and then the next one, I thought it was gonna be -8. But
It's already -8. What's a negative times a negative?
Oh,
Positive.
there's a 1 there.
This is a -1 that you're distributing, yes. Just like over here, you're distributing a +1, which positive ones don't change anything.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But it's still.
Find
My question wasn't.
the product. You can ask it after notes.
Okay.
Find the product.
Is this all the stuff that's going on?
All right. All right. It tells you right here, are we combining like terms or are we multiplying? What does product mean? To multiply. All right, what's the property called here? Distributive property, distribution. What's -2 times 7? Now that I'm multiplying, now what do I do to the exponents? Add them. So it's x to the, and then -2, this is a -1 and that's a 1 power. What's -2 times 1? Well, -2 times -1, +2, x to the, there's a 3 and a 1, so it's to the what? Fourth. And then -2 times -9, +18x to the third. And that's your answer. All right, ready? Now, what about this one?
How many questions are on the quiz, by the way?
I'm not going to answer that just yet.
I'm struggling back.
All right. Double distribution is what she said. Do you guys agree? Now, do you agree that number 1 and number 4 kind of look the same, but what's the difference? This has a what sign in between?
Plus.
Plus, where this has a,
Invisible.
which nothing means multiplication, right?
But I have to distribute under like the -5 and the P and the negative.
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right. So, what kind of problem is this, the double distribution? So 8p times p is what? You multiply coefficients and add the exponents. So 8p squared
Minus 32P
minus 32p
minus 5P
minus 5p
and minus 32.
and then minus 20 or plus 20?
Oh,
Plus 20. It's okay. Guys, listening. I noticed in my class yesterday, I don't know why, and there were a lot of kids doing it. After they did all that, they were writing it like this. Do we put parentheses in there after we do our double distribution? No, I don't know where the parentheses were coming from. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to check in to it, look into it. But once you do your double distribution, your parentheses are gone. Are there like terms?
Yes.
8p squared minus 37p plus 20. Yes. All right, number,
Wait.
I'm sorry, I was
Sorry.
putting it back anyway because I realized I moved too fast.
Since he's copying it, can I ask my question super quick?
You're going to be recorded if you don't care.
I don't care.
Okay.
If milk chocolate is sitting outside and it melts, does it become chocolate milk?
That is irrelevant.
Oh.
Are you asking like a real question?
Yes.
It's not. It just turns into gooey chocolate.
It turns into gooey
Melted
chocolate
chocolate.
because milk chocolate, is it made from chocolate milk?
yeah,
Uh-huh. Oh.
Oh, it has milk dark chocolate milk is added, but it's not made from chocolate milk.
See, like, ask yourself this: if you were to refrigerate that melted milk chocolate, wouldn't it just harden back up?
Yes.
So then it's still just chocolate.
All right.
Back on subject.
Thank you. Back on subject. X plus 3 quantity squared. I still have a lot of kids messing this one up.
Isn't this the easy one?
And he's gonna get a job at Charlie Chocolate.
I don't know.
Okay, you guys are getting distracted, and I only have a handful of you actually listening. Okay, I heard, don't you distribute?
No.
Because it's on the other side, right?
Wait, no, we make two things.
Okay,
You distribute. You distribute.
Well, I did distribute and I got 2x plus 9.
Is it not X?
X squared.
Well, I got 2x plus 9.
Okay, guys,
It's just so expensive.
listening. Here are the most common wrong answers. I see kids doing this, and saying x squared plus 9, or they say 2x plus 9. Either way, both of those are wrong. Now, listen. Why isn't this one right? Isn't x times x squared? Now, Aaron said it a second ago, and what did you say, Aaron? There's 2 of them. Now, I have said it before. If you do it this way, it's wrong. Does anybody remember what I've said about how you know when you're not allowed to distribute the exponent, because we spent a whole unit where we did? Does anybody remember how you can tell when you're, let me show you really quick. Here it is. We distributed all the exponents over and over and over and over. How do you know when you can, like this whole paper here, and when you are not allowed to, like this one here? Does anybody remember what I said? There's something in the parentheses. Addition or subtraction. If it's anything bigger than a monomial, you cannot distribute the exponents. Can you distribute?
What are the ones where you can distribute?
When it's a monomial inside, meaning there's no plus or minus sign. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here it is here. It's less than 10-2 if you do have your notebook. See how there's only one term in there? There's a lot of pieces to it, but it's still only one term. Do you see that? All right. So if it's a monomial inside the parentheses, you're allowed to distribute. If it's a binomial or larger, you are not allowed to distribute.
Since we're not doing the ones where there's no adding, subtracting, we should distribute.
Yes. All right. Do that quickly, please. All right. What do you get? X squared plus 3x plus 3x plus what?
X squared. It's
9. X squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. I know we don't ever do it, but just in case you ever come across it, what is it? First, outer, inner, last. All right. What does this become? X squared plus, adding like terms, 6x plus 9. All right, last one. Are you ready?
Yeah, but how come it wouldn't be 6x squared?
Good question. Why isn't that 6x squared?
There's an exponential function
Okay.
that governs mathematical.
Listen, when you're adding like terms, do you ever add the exponents? No, you only add the coefficients. Is that what you were going to say, or were you going to ask a question?
I was going to say that you only add the exponents when you're multiplying.
Perfect, and that's what I was going to say next. Seth, repeat it one more time.
You only add the exponents when you're multiplying.
Yes, when you're multiplying, did you even listen?
Yes.
When you're,
Add the
no.
exponents when you're multiplying.
Okay, thank you. All right, factor.
What a great video.
take
X
out
on
the
it.
X and
We're gonna take a GCF out,
X.
which is X. What else goes into 12, 16, 1, and 8? And I messed up right there. That should not be a 1. Okay. I hear 4 and I hear none. I wrote it wrong. It should be a 4, but right now, what's making this not be a 4?
The X squared.
The X squared should have a 4. What's your question?
Is the last one a 3 or an 8?
It's an 8.
That's an 8. All right, right here, this should be, I should have put a 4, so please put that in there.
It's okay.
Now, what's the
it's
GCF?
gonna be 4X.
4X. All right, I'll let you guys finish it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have 4 terms in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have 4 terms once you factor. Write it down, please.
Is this the last one?
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
You have it? Give me a second. Yes.
I also have it.
You would still add together exponents.
So do we add exponents still?
You're going, so you're seeing what adds up to the exponents. Let me show you. Yes. All right.
Okay, I got 4X.
Okay, so go slow.
3X to,
Or
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, guys, it's okay.
3X to the third. Was
3x, well, hold on, don't go too fast. 3x to the third. Like, do we agree that 4 times 3 is 12? And x1 and x3 is x4 because you add exponents like Seth said when you're multiplying? Yes or no? All right, plus
4X to the power of 7.
4x squared?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, please stop. Do you guys agree that 4 times 4 is 16? And x1 and x squared is x cubed? All right, keep going. Plus
Plus 1X.
1x, and if you just put x, is that okay?
Yes.
And is x1 and x1 x squared?
Yes.
All right, keep going.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, and 4x times 2 is 8x, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, what's the one thing, I didn't check, but we should always check if there's still a what in here?
GCF.
And is there still a GCF? No. They do not all have an x, and they're not all divisible by 2. Yes,
Is this the only type of factoring that's gonna be on the quiz?
GCF. There's no x factor, and there is no guess and check. Are we good?